Hi, coaches. My name is Jeff Bullock, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Universal Golf Rankings. Perhaps you've heard of us. We've been ranking professional golfers for a while now, and amid all the craziness that's going on in the professional ranking area, we've been proven to be the most accurate way to rank professional golfers using our technology and methodology. Recently, we decided to enter the junior golf ecosystem. We created a rankings and analytics platform that will benefit coaches, players, parents, and really anyone involved in the junior golf space. And today I want to take a little bit of time to explain to you as coaches why this platform can be really beneficial to you, specifically with recruiting. Let's take a step back and just talk about rankings in general. We know that in the junior golf space, rankings are very difficult with the geographical differences, where players play, who they play. It can be difficult to rank the tens of thousands of junior golfers that are in the US, let alone those who are internationally who want to play college golf in the US. We have three key differences from other ranking systems out there. First, we use better technology. We have a better technological platform that allows us to do better computing of all these tens of thousands of golfers that are out there to get a more accurate output on our rankings. Second, we have greater coverage of tours and tournaments. Our goal is to cover as many tours and tournaments as possible so we have greater depth and greater coverage of all the junior rankings that are out there, of all the junior golfers that are out there. And lastly, we have a better methodology and a better approach to ranking all these juniors. So by having this huge database of a greater technological platform, a better approach, and greater coverage, we know that we can take the same results that we've had in the professional space by being the most accurate rankings out there and translate that into the junior space. I want to take the next few minutes to walk you through this platform, show how it can be a pillar to your recruiting efforts, and why it's going to be important to you. And I look forward to working with you throughout the next few months and years as we make TUGR Junior, or the Universal Golf Rankings, Junior Rankings, part of your recruiting efforts. All right, let's jump into it. So after you create your profile and you go to the rankings page, you will see our rankings pop up like this. I already have another video recorded that goes in greater depth into all of the different analytics that we provide. So you can look on our YouTube channel and bring that up, or send us an email and we'll send you that link. So I don't plan on doing a super in-depth tutorial on this video since I've already created one, but I want to give you an overview of how the platform works. Like I said, we've created what we believe is the greatest database of junior golf tours and tournaments. And then using a superior technology and methodology approach, we have our ranking systems. The system is a performance-based system. So it is not a points-based system where we assign points to finish place, which is how a number of ranking systems do it. This is a performance-based system based on relative head-to-head performance between players. And I'll show you how that works when we dive into it. So the number one player in the world is always benchmarked at 0. That is the benchmark. And the output is relative strokes per round higher than the number one player in the world. So in this case, we see that Blades is about a quarter shot per round higher than Miles anytime they play against each other under the same conditions in the same tournament. The rankings, right now we rank about 8,000 male boy golfers and about 3,000 junior girls. You can filter, you can search for players by name. So if we wanted to see where Charlie Woods ranks right now, 665, search by name, you can get into it. You can also filter by country, state, hometown, county, and graduation year. Perhaps you want to see who the best players in Florida are that have a 2027 graduation year. Put the filters in, apply the filter, and you'll see that you still have their global rank, so you can see what their overall rank is, but then what their filtered rank is based on the criteria that you put in. Let me clear these out, and then let's click into the analytics to see what we have offering there. We'll just go to Charlie because I think it'll illustrate better with someone who's ranked a little higher. When you click into any of the players, you will have 6 tabs: an overview, trends, tournaments, scoring, insights, and weather tab. Again, I have another video that gives a more in-depth explanation of everything that you will find on each of these tabs. So let me just do a few highlights. Under the overview tab, this answers the question of where you're ranked and why. We have you ranked on 6 different levels: a global, country, state, county, city, and class level. And then you have your relative strokes to the best player in that category. So the relative strokes will be different based on who the number 1 player in that category is. You also have an overview of all the tournaments that they've played, and then also any withdrawals they've had in the last 18 months. I really just want to spend a little bit of time on how we rank golfers. What we do is we map the head-to-head relative strokes. So it's not just a win-loss, 1 or 0 ranking based on a relative head-to-head win. It's truly based on their strokes. And here, the scatter plot is a visual representation of why we know players are ranked correctly. Each blue dot represents a player that Charlie has played against in any tournament, in what we would call a head-to-head matchup, meaning they played in the same tournament on the same day in the same place. We have their rank. We have these different players' ranks according to our ranking system plotted on the x-axis, and then we have the relative performance in strokes plotted on the y-axis. What you will see is most everyone's graph looks like this. It slopes from bottom left to top right. And that makes sense because near the intersection of the line is roughly where you should be ranked. Because anyone above the line, any dot above the line means that you've beat them on average, and any dot below the line means that you have lost to them on average. So it makes sense that you are ranked higher than those who you've lost to, and you're ranked lower than those who you've beat. We even take it a step further and we map the secondary head-to-head. So there's more situations where you are 1 degree removed from another player. You've never played them head-to-head, but you've played against somebody who's played against them. And what we can do is we can plot their rank against what a secondary calculation would look like, and it spits out a same looking graph, but more than anything, it is a validation that someone's rank is correct based on how they perform and who they play against. So that gives you a little bit of insight into how we rank golfers and why we know it's so accurate. And it's not just accurate in a sense of this is where they should be ranked today. It is proven to be very predictive as well. So you go into a tournament, if you do a stack ranking of those who are playing in the tournaments, it is proven to be the best way to predict someone's outcome based on a pre-tournament ranking. So I'm going to pause there a little bit. I'll just quickly run through the trends. We have a trends tab where you can see trends of all their different scoring. You can look at the tournaments that they've played in. We have a map that outlines every place they played. Charlie's played most of his tournaments in Florida. And then a list of all the different tournaments that they've played in. We've got a scoring tab. This is where the in-depth analytics are. This is where if you have a player that you're recruiting or is ranked, you can spend a lot of time and you can figure out what they need to do to be better, where they lose shots to the field and where they gain shots to the field. We've got deeper insights that show you mental and physical game approaches, bounce back rates, give back rates. We break down their scoring based on front 9, back 9, first 6, mid 6, last 6 holes, so you can see where do you give away shots, where do you pick up shots, perhaps it's a mental thing, perhaps it's a physical thing. And then we break down someone's performance based on weather. How do they do relative to their peers in different temperatures, different wind, different rain, cloud cover, etc. So I'm going to pause there. That's a quick overview of what the platform is. More than anything, from a pure rankings standpoint, we know that this is the most accurate way to rank golfers, and it can be a pillar of your recruiting. It can be a pillar of you trying to figure out if they're a good fit from a game standpoint, from a geographical standpoint. I'll just click into Miles's profile, and you can see, Miles is someone who plays all over the country, and right there. plays all over the country, still primarily in Florida, but he travels a lot. So if you're a coach who wants to know how somebody plays in different geographies, this is just a simple way to look at that. So I'm going to pause right there. Hopefully this was a great overview. Please send us emails. Please reach out to us. We want this to be a pillar of your recruiting, and we know it can be. Thanks.